On the 11th of March 2024, the new rule about migrants and their dependents came into effect. Even though we already knew this was coming because it's been announced like a long time ago, it still came to a lot of us as shock. And a lot of questions have also been flying around about who exactly is affected and who is exempted. The whole purpose of this video today is to try to make sense to the whole new rule, because there's been an article that's also been released by the Home Office, like listing out different scenarios, different situations to help us better understand those who are actually affected and those who are exempted. I'll be reading out these scenarios today in this video and trying to throw more light on it, so then you can actually know your stand and know if you're affected or if you're actually exempted. So hello everybody, my name is Ada, and thank you so much for all my returning subscribers who always come back to watch my video. And if you're seeing my face for the first time, please, I'm giving you a second. Take a second of your time to give this video a thumbs up, okay? So do like this video, and please consider subscribing and coming back to this channel to watch my videos whenever I release new words, if you do find any value in what we'll be talking about today. I'm going straight into today's topic. So number one scenario is a migrant A. So it says migrant A has been sponsored as a care worker with their partner and child since 10th of January 2022. So their dependents can continue to apply as such. So if you've already been in the UK under the care worker visa category or the senior care worker visa category, and your dependents are here with you in the UK, you are completely exempted. So even if you choose to switch employers or your visa expires and you have to ask for a new certificate of sponsorship and reapply, you are also exempted. This does not affect you in any way, okay? So that is for the first scenario. And the second scenario is migrant B has been sponsored as a care worker since 25th of November 2023, but had not applied for their partner or dependents. They can make an application for their dependent to join them at any time during their period of leave. So the scenario of migrant 2 is if you've already been in the UK sponsored either as a carer or as a senior carer here in the UK, but you've not yet made an application for your dependent, maybe your wife, your husband, or your children to join you. Let's say your family is still back home in Nigeria, in Ghana, wherever, but you are here under this visa category. So you are also exempted. You can go ahead and apply for your dependent whenever you want to do that. So far, you're still eligible under your visa, okay? So far, your visa is still valid. You can apply for your dependent to join you at any time of your stay. So you are completely exempted. Now, let's look at the third migrant. So migrant C has been sponsored as a nursing auxiliary since 10th of January 2023. But switches to being a senior care worker with an application made on the 15th of March 2024. Their dependents will not be allowed to make applications in connection with their leave as a senior carer. If you have been in the UK under any other visa category, even if you've been sponsored, but you were not sponsored either as a senior carer or as a carer in the UK, you are not able to bring in your dependent. So it doesn't matter what visa category you've been on, you cannot switch to this visa category and be able to bring in your dependent, okay? So no matter whatever visa category you have been on, if you choose to switch now after the 11th of March 2024 into the carer or the senior carer visa category, you are not able to bring in your dependent. So migrant D, that's the fourth scenario. Migrant D has been a student since the 1st of September 2021, then switches to being a care worker, having completed their course with an application made on the 1st of April 2024. Their dependents would not be allowed to make applications in connection with their leave as a care worker. So in this scenario, let's say you were in the UK under the student route, and at the end of your course, you've gotten a certificate of sponsorship and you've switched into the care worker visa route, but you switched after the 11th of March 2024. Your dependents are not allowed to come with you. This particular scenario centers around most of the questions and inquiries which I've actually received, mostly coming from students. I have been a student in the UK, and now if I choose to go and get the sponsorship, what is going to be the fate of my spouse? What is going to be the fate of my children? Unfortunately, if you're getting a certificate of sponsorship after 11th of March 2024, your spouse is not allowed to join you as a dependent. Okay, your spouse is not allowed to join you as a dependent. However, what I can say is in this scenario, your spouse can also apply to get a certificate of sponsorship themselves if they choose to also work in the health and care visa, if they choose to also work in the health and care sector. So that's just what I think. Your spouse can also apply to get a sponsorship themselves, and that's the only way you can go around it in that scenario. So let's go over to the third scenario. It says Migrant E has been sponsored as a care worker since 1st of June 2023, but switches to being a senior care worker with an application made on 25th of March 2024. Their dependents can make an application. If you were already here in the UK as a carer, in this point, now you're already here in the UK as a carer, and now you're choosing to switch to become a senior carer, your dependents can still make applications because it's in the same route. This is talking about the carers and the senior carers. Okay, so if you were here as a carer and now you're switching to become a senior carer after 11th of March, your dependents can still make an application. F switches from being the dependent partner of a student to being a senior care worker with an application made on 10th of March 2024. Their partner can apply as their dependent subject to course completion requirements. So this is also one of the major inquiries I have also received. If you're here as a dependent of a student, but you were able to actually secure a certificate of sponsorship and switch to the care worker visa category before 11th of March, whenever your spouse finishes their course of study, they can still apply to join you under your visa category. So they can apply to become your dependent. Your children can still apply to become your dependent also. I don't know if that's making sense. So let's say wife was here as a student and the husband and the children are the dependents. If before the 11th of March 2024, the husband, who was a dependent, had been able to secure a certificate of sponsorship and was able to submit his application for a visa before the 11th of March 2024, the wife now, on completion of her course of study, can still apply to become a dependent under the husband, who is now in the category of the carer or the senior carer visa category, as well as the children. Okay, so that is just like in summary. I have listed about 6 categories here, as was also listed by the Home Office. So anyhow, whatever situation you find yourself, I'm sure you are among one of this category. So I do hope this video will help you to actually know like where you stand, if you're still eligible or if you're also exempted, because as we can see, not everybody was completely. Some persons can still apply for their dependents. So please guys, share this video to anybody who is in this situation right now, who is wondering if they can still apply for their dependent or not, just so it's a bit clearer for them, so they can actually know the best decisions to take and how to go about it. I do hope you've already liked this video. Please, if you haven't, this is your moment to do that now, and click the subscribe button and join me, and always follow me for more. Now, thank you so much for watching, and I wish you all the best. Bye.